So something you should know about me is that I have 5 favorite topics to talk about, and they all happen to start with F. So in no particular order, they're faith, family, film, foster care / adoption, and finances. And today we're going to be talking about how Aubrey and I manage this one. Now I know I may only be 24, but I do think I have some decent experience in financial management. So hear me out. The day I turned 18, I became a financial advisor. It was something that I wanted to do growing up because I knew it could have a powerful effect on people's lives. I became licensed, I got my Series 6 in '63, I went on to work for 2 different financial planning firms, and soon thereafter I found out nobody wants to entrust their life savings to an 18-year-old, and I found out the job seemed to be more of insurance salesman than really a financial advisor. Aside from my strong personal interest in this space, the books I've read, the hours of research I've done, the time spent on YouTube just studying what a bunch of different people think about this topic and how to manage their finances. Right now I'm actually 3/4 of the way through my MBA where I'm focusing on financial management. I currently work as a senior financial analyst for Dell, and I currently manage the budgets of 4 different departments. Beyond all that, and full disclosure, I think my greatest financial wisdom comes from a call I gave Dave Ramsey when I was 16 years old.
Ricky is in Texas. Hi, Ricky. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
We go way back. All to say, not only do I know the basic fundamentals of personal financial management backwards and forwards, but I really care about this topic. I could go on and on, but this video is about how we manage our finances, so let's get on with it. So let me start with what we believe about money, because we believe, first of all, that belief determines behavior. And so what do Aubrey and I believe about our finances? First of all, we believe that money is from God and it's for God's purposes. And now I know not everybody in this video watching will be of the same mindset, but just for us and how we think about it, that's where we're coming from. We believe it's ours to manage, to be good stewards of, to be responsible with, and not solely for the purpose of our own personal enjoyment, of our own security, of our own benefit, but to be cheerful givers and to be responsible managers. With that in mind, Aubrey and I follow a budget, and don't click away. I know that's a horrid word in this space, but just stick with me for a second. People avoid talking about finances because it's a direct reflection of your belief and your behavior. So obviously I don't know what kind of financial background you come from, what your experiences are, but for me it's very simple. And in any goal setting, there's what I call the law of the GPS. It simply states that you gotta know where you wanna go, you gotta know where you are, and then you gotta build a roadmap that gets you to where you want to be. And a budget is that roadmap. A lot of people have financial goals, but hardly anyone has financial plans. Everybody wants to be a millionaire or wants to achieve some status or symbol of financial success, but nobody really has a plan to get there. So whatever your financial goal is, a budget is not a handcuff on you, but rather it frees you up to tell you what you can and can't spend in order to achieve your goals. And it'll tell you if there's too much money at the end of the month or if there's too much month at the end of the money. That'll take you a second. So Aubrey and I have a budget. We know what's coming in and what's going out every month. And we use an app called EveryDollar. And this isn't sponsored, but I promise you I've used a lot of different budgeting apps. And the reason people hate budgeting is because it's not simple. And I've tried them all. EveryDollar's the best. If you haven't tried it, please use it. It's free and it's so simple. It's got everything set up for you. So check it out. So on the first of every month, Aubrey and I have a budget meeting where we get together and talk about the prior month's budget and what might need to be different for this next month's budget. For example, there could be Christmas coming up. You could have birthdays on the way. It could be an anniversary. You could be going on vacation. There's a lot of different things that can make last month's budget different than the coming month's budget. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that will remain the same. In addition to this, we have a very quick check-in every Sunday. We do a little family meeting and we talk about the budget and if anything needs to be changed or big updates that we found out that a friend's coming to visit and so we want to do stuff with them or something like that. We have a very quick check-in every week, Sunday night during our family meetings, to determine if there's adjustments that need to be made. Now I know this sounds like a lot, but the truth is once you make it through 1 or 2 monthly cycles, your budget stays pretty consistently the same. And I've actually got my budget here that I'm looking at to tell you what even needs to be changed month over month. For example, your income's gonna probably stay pretty consistent. Your mortgage will be the same every month. Your Wi-Fi, your electricity and utilities will be within a specific range. We have a miscellaneous category that we keep the same every month for things that we couldn't plan for. We also have a subscriptions category for things like Spotify and Premiere Pro and some of these monthly subscriptions that we pay for. Our phone bill will be really consistent, health insurance, things like that. A lot of those payments will be very similar, if not the exact same month over month, so you don't even have to worry about those. There's only 2, maybe 3 categories that we ever have to really change on a monthly basis. And those are, 1, our blow money. We have some money set aside that we just get to have fun with and not ask the other spouse about and just get to buy whatever we want. For me, that usually looks like camera gear. For Aubrey, it looks like shoes and clothes and whatever she's up to. So that's our blow money, that's fun money. I do think it's important you have fun money in your budget because you will just be stressed without it. And it's not a lot, but it's a little bit just to itch the scratch. So the second thing that we kind of watch month over month is our date money. So we do go on dates and we try to watch, depending on if we have a high income month or a lower income month, we'll kind of add or take away from some of the dates we can do. If it's a lower income month, we'll do simpler, more free and cheap dates. If things are going really well that month, we might go out and do a little more fun experiential type dates. So those are the first 2. And then the third one's kind of a food category. We break it down to eating out and groceries. Groceries will stay pretty consistent, though it does vary sometimes, but eating out is where we will take away or add to depending on that month, and we try to keep it low, though that doesn't always go very well, but we do our best. Outside of those are really the only 2 or 3 categories that change month over month and that we actually even look at when it comes to our monthly budget meeting, because the rest is so consistent and stays the same. Now here's the thing, personal financial management is 20% head knowledge and 80% behavior. Part of the behavior change is in tracking. You don't have to track all the expenses you spend. Instead, just track the ones that are variable month over month. The only things we track is our blow money, our date money, and our eating out budget, because those are the things that can get out of hand real quick. So take a breath. All of that is the hard part of financial management. If you can do those things, you will be more fiscally responsible than so many of your peers. Personal finance is 20% what you know and 80% what you do. As far as financial management outside of those things, we contribute to our 401k, try to put 15% into retirement. We are not fans of debt, so we don't have car payments, and we paid off all our debt 2 years ago when we first got married. That was really important to us. And then we do give to missions and ministries that we believe in. At the end of the day, we don't consider it our money. It's ours to manage. In the same way I manage the budgets of the teams and the departments at Dell, I would not use that money for my own personal gain and own success and security and taking for myself. Instead, it's my responsibility to manage it for the success of the overall mission. We take careful measure to responsibly manage that which has been entrusted to us. And so I want to say something real quick to any of you who maybe aren't married, or if you are married and you're the spouse that says, don't worry, honey, you got it. That's all yours. You take it. I trust you. You pay our bills, you manage our investments, you do all that, it's all on you. I want you to listen to me right here. There's been no greater impact or success to our finances than Aubrey. I came into our marriage wanting to have strong control over our finances, and I was determined that we were going to manage our finances in a specific way. And it feels wrong to say Aubrey got on board, because that's not at all what happened. What we did is we sat down and we talked about what's our financial beliefs, what are our financial goals, and what is going to get us there. I say it wasn't right for her to come on board because it was something that we determined together. And so for any of you that are married and you are passing the buck of the finances off to your spouse and you're saying, that's on you, I'm telling you, 1, that's not going to work, and 2, we made financial goals together. I didn't pull her on board. She didn't pull me along. We're not dragging each other through the mess of financial management. We're in it together, working towards our dreams and our goals. And that's what's important to us, and it's what I would highly recommend to you. If you're the spouse that's passing it off, get involved and speak with your partner about that. And if you're not married, my greatest advice is to talk about these things in advance of getting married and find a partner who's willing to dream with you, to partner with you, to come alongside you, to track their portion of the budget, and to do this alongside you, because I promise you'll be better off for it. So that's my financial opinion for you. That's how Aubrey and I manage our finances. This is not legal or financial advice for you. But again, to recap, we believe money is not ours. It's just ours to steward and to manage for God's purposes and God's glory. We build a budget. It's a roadmap that gets us from where we are to where we want to be. It tells us what's coming in and what's going out. We believe personal finance is 20% what you know and 80% what you do. Saying no will make you more money than any job ever will. Finances is a team sport. If you're the spouse that's sitting on the couch and passing the buck, get involved. Talk to your partner. Build dreams. Build goals. And go out and live your financial plan. So if that was helpful for you, please let me know. And if you have any questions, I love talking about this topic. So please ask your questions, reach out, let me know. And this has been episode 3 of Ricky's Records, how Aubrey and I manage our finances. I hope it's helpful. And until next time, go challenge yourself.